It's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 930 a.m. The Answer.
And welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 930 a.m. The Answer. This is Milton Glueck along with Dr. Calvin Finch. Mark Peterson is here, and we are talking gardening with you on an absolutely gorgeous day at Milberger's. I don't know if it's this pretty around San Antonio as it is here. It is beautiful here at Milberger's. Not a cloud in the sky, a little breeze, birdies up at the flying around, all kinds of good stuff. So I encourage you, if those gardening hormones are kind of kicking in, to get over here right now and enjoy the day, enjoy Milberger's, bring the camera phone, take some pictures, and get some good stuff for you to brighten up your yard. All right.
You going to be all right there?
House. I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right. You want to take another drink of soda?
No, it's okay. No, it's just tea. I got tea.
Oh, it's tea today.
I wish I had soda. Yeah, that would help. Well, all right. 210-308-8867. Oh, I have a question for you. So I don't know. I'll find out from Trace if Milberger sells them or not. But I'm guessing I don't know what to ask for or what to look for. I have a friend on Facebook. You know, I'm the guy that has Facebook with one friend. And his kiddo's got him a bird feeder. And the bird feeder, I guess, has a camera on it that's triggered by the birds flying into this. Okay, and he gets some outstanding pictures I'll show you during the break of birds. What do you look for? What is that called?
Oh, you mean for the... Gosh, I see it on the phone, on the advertisements on the phone all the time.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Ronco, maybe?
Just bird feeder
Ronco?
with camera? What's that?
It's a Ronco thing? But wait, there's more.
No, it's not a Ronco thing. Stop
Yeah,
it.
just...
What are you, a pitch man for Ronco now? Between this and then the topsy-turvy, you're all over the place.
I think I just look under bird photo feeders. Or
Bird photo feeders? Okay.
Or
Yeah.
photo feeders.
Do you have one?
No.
Oh, you'd love one. When you see these pictures, you're going to be jealous.
I see them all the time.
Okay.
They figured out that I'm into birds. So.
Oh.
And plus I participate with...
You're kind of into birds.
Yeah.
All right. I'll look it up. Show you you don't want me to show you the pictures?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll show you in a minute.
For sure.
All right, 210-308-8867.
So you've got one now? Or
No. I
so
want to
friend-
get one,
yeah.
but I don't know what to look for.
Yeah.
Like what it's commonly called.
Yeah, but they'll find you if you put...
No, just the fact that I'm talking about it in front of my phone, I'll start receiving...
That may actually work.
I know.
It may be already in the progress.
But
let me see if it's on my phone.
well, my thing are those recirculating.
Those bird feeders?
Yeah,
recirculating
bird baths.
That's funny.
Yeah,
You talk about those a lot.
Yeah, they can be solar.
Your phone's right there.
Solar energized, or they can. I like the ones that you just plug in. I've had that one for. I had one that I finally broke down now, but I had it for about 15 years. I got a new one now, $22.
And this provided live water.
Even it's just a little bird bath, and it just recirculates the water in the line and back, and makes a current, which the birds love.
Yeah.
And they can see it when they're even migrating birds find
it. Right. That's always, you and I always ask that eternal question. So how does a bird 5,000 feet up see this little live water? We don't know.
And they seem to find it.
They know.
Yeah.
The birds know. All right, 210. We'll see if I get anything on my phone. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. I'll tell you a funny story about all that in a few minutes. But all righty. Let's see. Oh, tell Bart that his plant is not only appreciated now as a special place. We have a little ceramic bowl, kind of a planter, so it's going to go in there.
Okay, and I haven't planted mine yet.
No, I haven't planted it yet, but I got the bowl out, put some soil in there. It's got them. It's a mason. It's pretty. So.
No, I'm so glad you got the bowl out. Usually it's just like I'm thinking about it.
Yes,
I've thought about it,
and yeah. So now I have the bowl out. So this evening,
at Milton, it's always been an advocate of that variety. That I like those waves. They're my favorite, but I know Milton for years has talked about.
No, I like the
these
waves.
guys.
Al is hypothesizing
that
the sun and the blue sky reflect off the water in the bird bath, and that's how the birds see it.
And they see the ripple.
I guess so. What do you think?
Well, there has been some research, and I can't remember. It was pretty technical, but it was something like that the birds were able to notice. But yeah, during the migration time, it's just amazing how species you've never seen come cruising in there. Of course, they do a pretty good job of finding like when you start using suet, if you've just been feeding seeds for a long time, then you start using suet, and it doesn't take long for the insect eaters to find it.
Very cool.
Quickly.
And how does that help? I know it's like second most practiced hobby in America, pastime, right after gardening, which is number one. But is there an advantage to helping the garden by bringing the birds in? And I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's I think number one, it's so interesting to observe the birds, and they're colorful, and it's amazing how diverse the population is in a typical landscape once you look closely at it from feeding or the water. Now, here in San Antonio, if you only had one thing to choose, the water would probably be the thing you choose, because our rainfall is so erratic, and we don't have a lot of water.
But to answer your broader question, yes, a lot of early wrens and vireos and other plants which are insectivorous.
Even
they eat a lot of the caterpillars.
And mockingbirds.
Mockingbirds.
And warblers.
Oh, so they're taking care of the bad insects.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
So they're feeding that to their young.
Okay.
And they do a lot. So a lot of people complain about, in the springtime, caterpillars moving up and down the trunk or dropping from the canopy and threads. The birds will eat a lot of those.
Very, very cool. Yeah. All right. So I got a question before.
Oh, that would be cool with your camera too.
Yeah. Oh man.
Because you'd open up a whole new sector. Mockingbirds, they're insect eaters too. It's amazing how many of them show up.
So in one of his pictures, the bird is at the feeder, and it's surrounded by seed, and it's got a roach in its beak.
Yes.
So
is that a mockingbird?
Yeah. All right, and if you have one and know one, call us at 210-308-8867. All right, let's talk a little bit about what's going on. Oh, I got a turf question, and y'all can address it. I think I know what you're going to answer, but I thought I'd ask anyway, and that is now the time to put down sod?
Yes. One of the things that we've changed over the last 20 years, we're much more positive about applying sod for most of the year. Now you gamble a little bit, like on Bermuda, if you get a big freeze, but really we haven't experienced any kind of lot of damage.
Yeah, so I'd say, you can lay it down. Okay. It's not going to grow.
Okay, so, somebody who didn't hear that, yeah, might go, okay, I can,
Kevin's good.
it's not doing anything.
Here's the key. Here's the key, though, that's important.
Mm-hmm.
You got number one. You want you can put down sod that is basically dormant, but it's got to come from a established,
Oh, gosh, yeah.
responsible supplier, because it can be ruined, it can be dead, or it can be just dormant. And if it's just dormant, you just do all the same things that
You still need, even though it's dormant, you still need to roll it to get good root to soil contact.
And so you're saying that it may just kind of go brown, but that's more the season than anything.
And I still want to make sure there is moisture in the ground for the roots.
Okay.
Even though they're not growing, I still got to have moisture.
Oh,
in the
okay.
soil. I don't need a whole lot. I just
Right.
need just a little
shallow. Now it may, if it's dormant, instead of having to do the 2 times a day,
bit. Yeah.
you may just do one, because it's really not consuming much water. But if you don't overdo it, the 2 times a day is still.
Yeah.
But at this point with our restrictions, you got to be a little careful about that, because you need in stage 3 it's a little different than stage 1 or stage 2.
Okay.
What are the? Do you remember, Mark?
We're still in stage 3, so it's 1 day a week.
Can you? So it's only 1 day a week.
It's only 1 day a week. That was important. I was going to jump in with you on that one. So it is the new hours. It was so easy to say 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven. New hours are 5 to 10, and
in the morning,
9 to 12. Okay.
in the evening.
In the evening.
Yeah.
How do you water it every day for new sod when we're in restrictions? You
Well, if
hand
it's
water?
a brand new, newly constructed house or a completely new renovation, you must apply for a permit or a variance. And then that variance is there for 5 weeks. And you may water every day of the week except the weekends still prohibited during the weekends. And then
that weekends is a good time to hand water in any place that it's obvious that it's drying out.
And remember, folks, hand watering means you sit in a nice chair,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a nice hose and a nice hose handle, and just your favorite beverage, and just sit and water, just like my dad did.
Okay. Yeah, you just... And we have a neighbor that was compliant with everything but had a new yard. He watered it by hand, and looks great.
Yeah.
So
It's basically
he just
one
stood out
episode.
there in the mornings. Shh.
You
That's
can
the
do
sound
it.
of him watering.
You can do it.
Shh. Or him shushing me. Shh. Shh.
See
You can
that?
do it
that
morning when the news is on, and then later on, the Wheel of Fortune. You know.
Oh, there you go. You can get your tablet and just kind of watch it.
and maybe it'll start raining again someday.
Are you want me to look at the weather again, or
No,
do you know the answer to
I
that
didn't
question?
even
Yeah.
want to go there. It's a knock 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
It thinks it's
You
summertime
mentioned
again now.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be
have that
be
reversed.
beautiful again, but
Maybe
you know,
it should say rain.
it should say
3
just a little
times.
rain. What's that?
Rain.
Yeah.
Rain. And then it'll rain.
Well, you know, actually, we tried that one time and it worked.
Did it?
I was reading a book on golf, and it said that the last thing that you focus on before you hit the ball is where the ball is most likely to go. So I took that. So if you're on the tee box and you're looking at the lake on your left, worried about going in and stuff, the likelihood is that your mind will do that. So what I was thinking was, and we can't do this anymore. But yeah, we just did rain songs. Get everybody to talk about the rain. Rain, 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 rain. And it worked. It rained.
Well, I've told you the story, but I don't think I've told you for a long time. But is that consistent with when I was the conservation
Yes.
director?
Kinda,
and
yes.
went for the big TV
Yeah.
announcement with the city manager, and I think the mayor was there, and and we were up on the steps.
On the steps. It was
and it started raining.
Yeah.
And it didn't stop for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. And it's like lore at Saws. It not only happened when Calvin was doing it, it happened again. And so it's now like, should we call a drought stage or something so that we could get it raining? So it is. It has descended into lore at Saws.
It is now lore and superstition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we
that's
know
funny.
it always works.
But
okay. But you got to call.
I seriously had to kind of.
Yeah, you have to like do it. It's a public event.
Yeah.
I kind of hid from public exposure for those entire period of time because we made such a big deal out of the drought restrictions, and then it just kept raining and moved right out of the drought.
It was one of the early announcements, early drought stages, or it just formally accepted the drought stages, and this was the first time we were going to announce it.
Cool. All right. 210-308-8867. And yes, looking at the weather, I do not see rain from now till next Saturday, and that's all the days I can see. And next Saturday?
Wow. When next Saturday?
No, it's not on there.
Saturday, April?
That's
or
all
Saturday,
I can see. Yeah.
May?
Yeah. No, Saturday as in a week from yesterday.
Okay.
And Saturday's high is going to be 87 degrees. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, 210-308-8867. And I think the side question came up because of the mild weather. It's going to be mild, so maybe it would be a better time to put down sod than before. But I think now any time is a good time.
Yeah, it is.
Just take into consideration where you get it and that it's got, it's going to need some stuff.
Yeah, you definitely want to comply. And Mark kind of explained what complying meant with the drought restrictions. It's a little harder to do sod now because of the drought restrictions than it would be normally.
All right. Mark?
The only thing I was going to add is a lot of plants use day length as well as temperature.
Oh, that's right. So
you have to balance kind of the two, and that's why we always used to say about mid-April, because that was historically not just weather. That was about the time that the plants got going.
So day length would be the same whether it was cooler or warmer.
That's correct.
Tomorrow.
Plants aren't stupid.
I didn't say plants were stupid. Don't write me emails.
Okay. All right.
You plants out there that are on your computers now. Mark said it. Actually, Mark said you weren't stupid.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's as long as we're reminding folks. The other thing is on seeding Bermuda grass. Don't seed it much. I say May 1st.
Yeah.
That's the best time.
Yes.
And sometimes if you do comply with the May 1st date, you can have it come up in about 3-4 days.
Yeah.
And you can be mowing it in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's just amazing if you hit it the right time.
Bermuda loves hot weather. Hotter the better.
Okay.
And full sun.
And full sun.
It needs full sun or it's not going to prosper on your lawn.
All right, let's take this opportunity to take a quick break. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Come on out to Millburgers. We've got a few more people here since I asked you before. When we come back, Calvin is going to talk about his class, which is rapidly getting full on the 22nd of February, as well as the one on the 15th. So back in a moment on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Millburgers Gardening, South Texas. Y'all keep working on that. 210-308-8867. Well, I'll tell everybody about Prusky's Market right there in Atkins, Texas. I'm telling you what, you cannot go wrong when you go to Prusky's Market. It's an old-fashioned style meat market where... with just outstanding cuts of meat quality, whether you're looking for beef, poultry, rabbit, sausage, whatever you're looking for, you'll find there at Prusky's. Cold cuts, if you're bacon or jerky, and there's a big game coming up. I guess that's next week from today, right?
Yes, it's down with a certain Eastern Coast team and up through the Midwest.
Okay, so so if you're trying to One, if you don't want to do any work, you can call Prusky's and ask them what they can do for you. Tell them what you're trying to do. And two, or you can, just get a food tray with cheese and sausage, which we had, and oh my gosh, it was outstanding. Or you can just go over there and get some stuff to do on the grill, and the butcher at the butcher shop will help you. The butcher is right there. It's not ringing a bell. It's not waiting for him to come back. Right there. And I had a situation where this was kind of fun. I was looking for the potato sausage because Calvin had talked about it, and did not see it on the counter.
I've been doing more talking about it than eating it.
Yeah, you need to get over to Prusky's. What's holding you back?
I do, definitely.
But yeah, and so the butcher came up to me, good service, said, "Hey, how's it going, man?" "Oh, yeah, I'm just looking. I don't see any potato sausage." He goes, "Oh, give me 5 minutes." And he said, "Walk around." So I walked around. He went in the back, got it, came out with it, and served it up. So it's 10140 Highway 87. PruskysMeatMarket.com is the website. But I encourage you to go. It's fun. It's a treat. The people are good over there. And, yeah, you'll like it. 210-308-8867 is our number. So now, since you were talking about this, talk about the different events that are coming up for potting up your rodeo tomato. Do you know what the rodeo tomato is, by the way?
I do.
Okay. You don't have to say anything. I'm not going to try to trick you. But I'm curious,
There will be in the
Yes?
In the article next Saturday, we will declare what it is.
Oh, my gosh.
Anticipation.
Okay. So you can tell me, you'll just have to wait. I was curious, if you can't tell us the name, can you tell us the characteristics of it?
Yes, I can.
You're not forbidden by the rodeo tomato gods to?
No, it's this particular tomato produces a very large tomato. It is most of them are the same shape, round, and bright red, same color.
Yes.
Oh, but that's not true on all tomatoes.
A couple of them have been more squatty.
That's right. And varied.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even like the Tycoon.
Yeah.
They're
idealized is about a tennis ball. A little bit bigger than a tennis ball. And
it is determinate, according to David, is a determinate variety.
Which
means it means it goes to its relative full size quickly and then stops growing and concentrates on setting fruit. And that's
what we like in South Texas.
That's right. That makes it possible for us to fill our 2 growing seasons, and then skip the cold and skip the heat. That's ideally, of course. It's hard to skip the heat and the cold here in San Antonio.
So now these are going to start being available, we presume.
That's right.
But the classes that you're offering are teaching people kind of the process to get it now, but to pot it up.
Well,
you tell us.
Yeah, if you want to take advantage of those varieties that are offered, the rodeo, including the rodeo tomatoes, you want them to start growing quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get tomatoes now, we have them here at Milton, not the new rodeo tomato, but we've got some of the old rodeo tomatoes. But it's too early to plant them in the garden right now because of the cold. We've been bragging about how wonderful the weather is, but the soil is cool and the temperature varies. And so
it is South Texas.
Yeah.
So
I was just wondering if those were bluebonnets.
If you want to take advantage of this time between now and about April 1st is when it's an ideal time to plant it, you pot them up. And that's what we're going to do on both the 15th over at the Dream Hill Estates Education Resource Center or the 22nd here at Millburgers. We'll pot them up. They'll be in fertilized 1-gallon containers, and then you'll put them in full sun out of the wind, and be ready to move them to even more shelter if the temperature drops below 40. It won't kill them, but it'll stop that growth. Mark and I talked about that yesterday. And that you defeat the purpose of the early planting if you stop the growth, because what you're hoping is that those plants will grow and then be ready for planting sometime after March 15th or as late as April 1st, and then you'll have a fast production, and in fact you'll complete your harvest in June, the end of June, and so you'll be ready for a new plant
in August when the new fall tomatoes come
July
out.
even. Yeah.
Oh wow, you're right.
Yeah, we've been moving it. I used to be conservative in August 15th. Mm-hmm. Then it slowly moved up to the first week of August.
Yeah.
And now we're recommending last week.
Well, last year,
or even earlier of July.
Yeah, last year I think I planted mine the third week in July.
Now,
boy, you couldn't beat the harvest that I had this past year, and a lot of other gardeners matched it too.
So
the class.
Yesterday we said that the class kind of fills up, so you better want to get this thing early.
Yeah, now the one at the Dream Hill Estates Education Resource Center, 6802 Dorothy Louise Drive, over there at Medical Center. It is at 9:30 a.m. on the 15th, and if you want to reserve a spot, there's still about 10 spots there available there, and that's 210-382-4455.
Mm-hmm. And Al has this number back at the station.
That's right. Now on the 22nd, the class is here at Milberger's at 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And that one is pretty tight right now. We've got 32 people enrolled. We'll have enough tomatoes, potted up tomatoes. Well, you might have to pot up your own tomato. Yeah. But we'll have everybody that gets it enrolled, the 35 that get enrolled.
So, our top is 35. So, Milton, I know you went to UT, but 35 minus 32 is what?
I was an English major, so let me see what Melville would think.
Take your time.
35 minus 32?
Yeah.
That
would be 3 more places.
Yeah, quit picking on him because he just helped me with my computer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But anyway, I was happy to help.
But
we'll see if it worked first.
Yeah.
You may not want to think yet.
Those slots that are still available there. You can also come to the class, and if there's more than the 35, that will you can attend the lecture. You just won't have access to the tomato. But quite often, a few people may not make it. So it's always a good idea. And plus, the class will be interesting.
Okay. So the number for Milberger's is 210-497-3760. So they can still kind of get in and, okay. But we know there's 3 slots left. But we still encourage you to come watch. And Calvin mentions that no one, it always seems to work out. So
that's right. So far.
So 210-497-3760. 210-497-3760.
And you know what else?
3760. Yes, sir.
We verified, too, the next stage, next set of classes are the Monarch and Milkweed classes that are going to start in March and April. And if you want a little more information on them, you can check my columns in the Express News or go to the Milberger's website. Mm-hmm. I think not only do they have the Milberger's classes there, and they have the Medical Center classes there, but they also have the New Braunfels and the Sinken classes when they are, and you can check those out and see if they fit your schedule. So, but those will be in March and April.
All right,
if you're interested.
Yeah, so don't wait. If you've been listening and gone, well, I'm interested, and just call one of those 2 numbers. Al has them back at the station. which is 210-308-8867. He'll give them to you. You tell him which one you're interested in. He'll give you the number for it. All right, 210-308. Thank you, Calvin. 210-308-8867. Did you check out the veggies and stuff? Did you check out the supply of veggies and herbs?
No, I was eating my Girl Scout cookies.
Okay. Do you remember from yesterday what was there? Because I don't know that it...
We have a beautiful 8 or 9, 10 flats of asparagus.
Okay.
And so it's time to get that in the ground. But it says, Calvin and I mentioned, it's a lengthy process, about 2 years before you really start harvesting. So, however, we have broccoli, we have cauliflower, we have Brussels sprouts, we have the leafy greens that are available right now. Spinach, lettuce, Crawford receding lettuce.
Yeah.
We still have a few out there.
Is that right? All that huge order of them?
Yeah. So we had 9 flats, and it's getting down to the bottom.
You can do what I did, and I spread some out and put them in containers so that they would be producing their seed all over my garden.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was great. So, eventually, your entire yard will be Crawford.
And when you have done a feature, you did a feature on our gardener Bart in Dream Hill Estates, and he does his containers.
Smart.
He has got the Crawford lettuce coming up all over.
Yeah, he's got it, but he does mostly in containers, trying to restrain it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got some good ideas. And we don't have a lot of roots out there right now, but normally we would go, your root plants. However, it's February 2nd. You know what that means?
It's the day that the groundhog plants potatoes?
That is correct. The groundhog plants his potatoes. And we have seed potatoes here.
And these are wonderful seed potatoes.
Yeah, I meant to go look.
I purchased some yesterday, and they are Pontiac and Lesotho.
Yeah, you had asked whether we could do a yellow, and we can do. We have red, yellow, and white.
Okay,
white, red, and white.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because I agree with you. My taste in potatoes, first off, as a young kid, didn't like them at all. Then I liked just the russets. Yeah. And then I, as an older adult myself, I learned to like the other ones a lot better.
Yeah.
I
like the reds.
The cost is very reasonable.
Sorry,
$1.95 a pound. So that's a lot of seed potato for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. We were talking about, you and I were talking about that yesterday. I was like, wow, that's a little different. Now we can get them in a bag and by the pound.
Yeah. There's the scale right there, so you can determine how many you want. And I think I was watching the gardeners that were getting them yesterday, and just like me, we have a tendency to get more than we need.
Yeah.
And then you kind of say, wow, let's see that if I plant them every 2 feet.
Right.
I would need 40 feet of potatoes, but so you kind of retreat, and you end up with a nice 5 pounds is good, a real big order.
You dig a foot trench, a foot deep, and then we space it 24, 30 inches, or
I like the 24 inches at least. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you
and we usually do an 8 foot. Or, 7 or 8.
So there'll be plenty of room for 3 plants, and then you cover them with about 3 inches of soil, and then they'll start growing pretty quickly, and then you add more soil, and don't wait too long to add the soil, because you want to fill it up quickly, and you can even mound it.
Yeah,
but you need to mound it.
That's the neat thing about potatoes is actually mounding can be encouraged depending on your soil. So it's always a good thing. You don't have to worry about soil depth with potatoes.
And then you can harvest your first bunch when the plants start blooming, and then you harvest the rest when your plants turn brown.
Okay.
Now, there's
Pretty easy.
there's a question about do you need to? In fact, I had inquiry about that somebody forgot to dry out or set the.
Oh yeah.
And I told them, well, welcome to the club. I traditionally forget, and it never seemed to affect the.
Right.
As far as I know, it didn't affect the number produced. So just leave them in place, and they should do fine.
All right, we got to take a break. While we do, you give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. I'm Milton Glueck, along with Dr. Calvin Finch, Mark Peterson here at Millburgers. It's a beautiful day. Come visit us. Bring us a picture. And let's talk about what's happening in your garden or do some bragging. 210-308-8867. Back in a moment on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Millburgers Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. I see why you sent them out there now. Yeah. All right, 210-308-8867. Oh, do I have crumbs from pretzel on me? 210-308-8867. Tell us what's going on in your gardening world. Again, it's a beautiful day out here at Millburgers at 1604 and Boulevardy Road. As the weeks go by, it's just going to get prettier and prettier. But come on by today. Lots of color out in front of us. We don't talk about them too much. They were on sale. I don't know if they're still on sale. I'm going to look now. Calendula? Is that the...
No. What?
The one all the way at the end of this row?
No.
Oh, what is it?
No, that is improved Indian firewheel.
Oh, is
Indian
it?
blanket.
Oh.
Yeah, calendula is that second table over there.
Oh, okay.
That's another wonderful. That one made it through just like the pansies and the stock just made it through the cold without getting. Another thing, the primula.
Primula, I know, is circled around.
Yeah.
Yes, I have all the Calvin and I have all the potato varieties. So.
Okay.
Say, yeah. What were the
So
two?
we had the Lesotho, Pontiac, Kennebec, and your Yukon Gold.
Yukon Gold. Huh?
Yeah.
And
So we got
Kennebec
white.
is a white.
Kennebec.
Kennebec.
Kennebec is white.
And
that's that's
where
a Michigan.
where did those
main
seeds come from? Those potato seeds come from?
one. They all are certified by the Department of Agriculture of Minnesota.
Wow. Wow.
Certified.
Well, there's about five states up there that are great potato producing. Let's see. I guess Washington and Idaho and Minnesota and Maine. Is Michigan a big potato producer too?
Certain parts of the state, beautiful sand, and the only thing we can grow is potatoes.
Well, one of the places that they grow those are on those basically peat bogs. That soil is very.
Yeah.
It's
So we have
sterile.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have both.
Yes?
No, I was just going to say my cousins and I work on what's called muck farms.
Oh.
And it's basically peat,
Okay.
growing onions and lettuce and carrots. I would like to direct the radio audience
Yes?
to the tables over there. We have, I mentioned the asparagus, but we have a whole table of strawberries.
Yeah, if we...
And we have a whole table and a half of bluebonnets.
Did you tell me that the strawberries were blooming?
By.
The strawberries were blooming?
No, they're not. I didn't see any blooms on it, but we've heard reports of blooming strawberries. I know. The blooming. Did you have a question? What do you? We'll get you on the phone. Blooming Crawford lettuce. So we have 6 flats of it. I was wrong. We have more than a little.
Boy, it's attractive. Yeah, well, I'm trying to leave mine so it produces seed, but it looks so tasty that it's hard to resist eating it.
Cool.
What you got?
Got a question from the crowd. Will you come on the air with us? We're doing the radio show. It's easy. You'll do great.
Yeah, it's easy.
Grab the mic. You're on the air.
Okay.
What
There
you got
you go.
there?
Excellent.
Yes, for these 2 small succulent-type plants, I was wanting to know what the exact, name of these particular plants are.
Well, I don't know what the exact name is. Does Mark? Do you know the Mark's?
Okay, so I was going to say an agave, but it's not.
No.
Trace knows these right off the top of the bat.
And that would best identify, so you can take care of them properly.
It's like a colia. It's a colia relative or so.
Yeah.
And so what that means is more of a summer but shade plant.
I was planning on putting these inside.
There you go.
Okay.
And then the other.
So in other words, just like that, what we think it's relative of colia, and those are warm season but shade. So inside sounds perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Cool,
then
thank
when you
you.
go
Thanks
to
for coming on the
did you
air.
go to the cash register yet?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that somebody there would.
Yeah.
No, they're doing that.
Good deal.
Cool.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. 210-308-8867.
Yeah, I looked. Once you saw the foliage, I went, "Hey, that looks kind of like a colia."
Coleus?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Only kind of the colors were reversed, so it was mostly green with red, as opposed to red with green veins on that. So
I should have brought the pictures of the. My barber asked me to identify a plant, one of those kind of exotic plants,
Oh yeah.
and she just kind of looked. I lost my whole status with her because I couldn't identify it.
Well,
I guess I should have made up something.
What kind of phone did she have? Because you can actually ask, like, I don't know about
some phones you can just identify.
Yeah.
I suggested
Yes.
that she send it over here, and then I could get it identified because Trace or somebody would know
somebody
what it
would
was.
know.
But she was her technical knowledge of the phone and computers was the same level.
Oh, okay.
So we did not. She wasn't able to do it, or
All right.
chose not to do it. Maybe.
Okay. All right, 210-308-8867. We got some time before we go to news. Oh, I did want to mention this too. We've talked about Calvin's thing. I don't want you to miss out. David Rodriguez is going to be here doing a seminar on home fruit orchard, but it's not on a Saturday. It's on February 17th, which is a Monday. It's President's Day, so if you've got it off, you can come on over here. And it starts at 10 a.m. It's absolutely free. And as it says, fruit trees are gorgeous, healthy, and a practical addition to any home garden or landscape.
And the other thing is that if you come to the program, and David will talk about those varieties that are easiest to grow here, most successful to grow here.
Yeah.
And those varieties will be available at the nursery at that time of the year. Always, as you wait in, go into the season, then you'll find that less and less of the varieties that are most desirable and most sought after are harder. They're much harder to find.
This is a good seminar to bring. If you've been thinking about growing blank, and you're just not sure. First off,
they were on sale. Are they still on sale?
The fruit trees?
Yeah.
Hold on, I got to look. I'm still looking at David's picture.
How could you? Push myself.
So look at millburgernursery.com, and I do believe fruit trees are on sale. Whoop, did I just pass it? I think I did. Oh, that's pecan trees. Are pecans fruits? No.
They're nuts.
They're nuts. That's right. Yeah, duh.
But they're in the
fruit
same
trees.
locale. Location within the nursery.
In the number 5 pot, normally $49.99, now on sale in the number 5 pot, 2 for $80. So that's a good deal.
Yes, I did an inventory earlier this week just to see what we have on, and we have a lot, if not most, of the recommended varieties for this area.
Mm-hmm.
So, and David will go over all those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Well,
the cool
if you
thing.
want, what's your favorite peach variety?
Well,
Oh.
of course it is Florida King.
I'm with you. That's my favorite.
Well, I learned that from you.
Oh, and our
year
peaches.
in and year out, it's the one that consistently produces.
we
Are
have
peaches easy to grow? Or is Florida King easy to grow?
Yes.
Okay.
It's easy to grow and
Self-pollinating?
it's consistent. That's what
A good what?
it's
Oh.
consistent.
Consistent. Oh. Self-pollinating?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, the peaches you don't have to worry about.
Oh, any peach variety that you can get here at Milberger's, it's going to be self-pollinating?
Well, they all. I know. I think Trace is an advocate for. Maybe that's because he likes to sell more. But
There you go.
If you have more than one variety, you certainly won't have less pollination there.
Okay.
But
I'm still
even
looking.
commercial orchards, I only had.
Yeah. So I'm still
Two
looking
varieties.
for the research that Calvin challenged me to find, and some of it says yes, some of it says doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter is outweighing the you need to have two.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
Yeah, there's even commercial peach orchards. It's unusual now, but it wasn't in the past that just have one variety or two varieties and they bloom at different times, so
Right,
the pollination.
and that's the thing that people or orchards do now is that they'll have different times of the season ripening.
so you can keep selling things all year.
Yeah.
Keep your supply. You keep your retail outlets full of
So-
peaches.
But I was going through a lot of that. You know, I favor figs as well. Something easy in San Antonio, and he had my favorite, Celeste. He had Trace had bought a large lot of Celeste, so it always means to me that Trace bought everyone in the state. Everyone in the state.
I wonder, can you juice a fig?
And you what?
Juice a fig. Remember, I'm into fig tree. I'm into juicing now.
No, it's
They
Alma,
cook with them.
Celeste, and Texas Everbearing are our three recommended varieties.
They say you can juice a fig using a blender or centrifuge. You can drink it on its own, make it into a smoothie, or use as a jam. That'd be good. Ooh, fig jam would be great.
Yeah, it would be.
Eating figs as a piece of fruit is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, high fiber, low in fat, according to Google. Can help relieve constipation. There you go. Rich in potassium, calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, and contain vitamin K. Just tell me.
Trace always likes to point out, and
Yeah.
since he's not here, I'll have to do a Trace. I'll have to channel Trace.
Mm-hmm.
A fig is just an inverted mulberry.
Oh, okay.
It is not a xeriscape plant, though.
No.
Have the figs started coming on yet?
No.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
No, but there was like a little tiny leaf and tiny buds on a couple of them.
Oh, okay.
Mine haven't, I should have said.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's generally too early. Xeric, yes. No, they're not
Huh?
a xeric plant.
No.
But we kind of counteract that with using lots of mulch. It's one of the few plants we go, mulch? Oh, yeah, dump it on.
Well, in some places I've seen mulch where it's been a foot thick under a fig
That's
tree.
a little much, but 4 to 6 inches, man.
And drip irrigation is great for it.
Okay. And figs are tough, too. Man.
You're right. Just, consistent watering.
Yeah.
Doesn't
But-
have to be a whole lot, but it has to be consistent.
I think that my in-laws were happy with the freeze because the fig that was kind of a thorn in their side,
Out of control?
yes, out of control, died down. You want to guess if it ever came back?
It came back.
It came back, and again, with it like it was angry, like it had something to prove. Yeah, but I like that in a plant because I tend to kill things. But but I'll have to ask them if they've got any figs. Maybe they'll let me juice some figs.
Yeah.
I bet they do.
Yeah. Maybe some pomegranates as well.
No, I'm trying to do the pomegranates. We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah. We had a gentleman. We had a really good variety. We just don't know what it was. And he didn't remember.
Oh, yeah, he didn't remember. But, yeah, he was having success with it. We are going to take a quick break, get you caught up with the news, and come right back to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. Milton Glueck, Dr. Calvin Finch, Mark Peterson. Back in a moment. Come visit us. We're live at 1604 on Boulevardy Road, and you're listening to 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
We're back with Milberger's Gardening, South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Boulevardy Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Look how crowded it's getting here. This is great. Oh, they got some bluebonnets, too. Are those bluebonnets he's got? I think they are.
They really make an interesting row of plants in your cut flower garden.
Oh.
Those are really perked up. Is that it's a recent?
Yeah, it's a recent, yeah.
They were
I love
rosette, and now they're ready to grow.
I like them in containers. I really do. They fill the container. They look good.
The foliage is attractive.
Yeah, it is. It's have your wild seeds that we had. I remember our little meadow, my meadow. Have yours started coming up? Mine have not yet.
Just the blue curl. I see
a
little bit of blue curl. Bart brought it to my attention. I hadn't noticed any, but it's in his yard. It's growing all over.
Okay.
But I expect the bee balm and our.
I'm hoping.
And what is the one that is related to this? The
lantana? Oh,
no.
With the late Mexican paintbrush.
No, the other one.
Indian paintbrush.
Firewheel.
It's an improved Gaillardia.
Yeah, Firewheel is the one.
Okay.
Oh, and then some of the others won't come. Suddenly, if we get a little bit more rain, they should all come out.
Yeah. I meant to look that up. So Mexican hat. Wine cup is one of my favorites.
Coreopsis.
Coreopsis we talked about yesterday. That really is a nice one.
What is the? I can never remember the name of the one that comes early and it's got either pink flowers or yellow flowers.
I'm stalling for time on this one. So pink. Primrose, evening primrose.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's another attractive one, and that's always real early.
One that's an early. It extends into the summer, but it's an early one.
What is the one? Remember when we went to the Wilson County Gardening Days? And sorry. And driving back, you would see these fields of purple. Is that the primrose?
No, that's verbena, prairie verbena, or
that's
sand
right.
verbena.
And that's gorgeous. I like that.
I remember that because that's always really distinctive on 181. That tends to be a large population of the wildflowers is purple verbena.
And it's always out before everything else, it seems like, because we weren't seeing bluebonnets, we weren't seeing anything else.
But that's a strange situation with wildflowers. Each year can be a little different.
Yeah, it's true.
That's why it's neat to use a mix, a localized mix, because some years the rain timing and quantity is enough for different varieties to peak. The Coreopsis some years, of course the ones that are pretty, bee balm are pretty consistent, and our Coreopsis is pretty consistent. But bluebonnets are pretty erratic. At least in this area.
I'm hoping.
I think, that may depend on the year before.
Yeah.
I mean, they seem to have. It's like, okay, if it was dry the year before, they didn't have a lot of them.
Well,
so we don't have a lot of seed.
It has not been a good 3 or 4. Well, the
been
last
that
2
kind,
years
hasn't it?
haven't been bad, but before that, there was a
Yeah, so
tough
I'm
year.
hoping we have some. I meant to check this morning, but I think we had a pretty good December, and we had a
good enough to-
January.
okay.
So that generally, if we have a good November to add with that, then we'll have a good spring wildflower.
Good. I hope so. It's one of the best things about South Texas is the wildflowers and stuff. And when they're all blooming in the spring, when we look on that berm that goes up, it's gorgeous, filled with color. And right now it's just brown. But that's the funny thing is. And then when will the redbuds? Are the redbuds the first ones to kind of indicate spring?
I always say that the Mexican buckeye is, but redbuds are close.
Okay.
Yeah, the Buckeye is, both of them come in February usually.
Right. So which one is first, which one is second?
They both come in February?
Yeah, the end of February.
Okay.
Third week.
Well, they sneak up on us.
Yes.
And then the mountain laurels are not far behind, right?
Yeah. Maybe 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
4 to 7 days. Yeah.
All right. And the mountain laurels probably aren't thrilled with the weather conditions, but I don't know. Are they going to be upset by them?
I think everybody's thrilled with a little bit of rain during the winter.
Okay. But the mountain laurels will do okay without it? I love the mountain laurels, too.
There's a couple of ones that are pruning on this past week. That
are what?
Be out, a couple of ones that
are blooming?
But my team was pruning on.
Pruning, oh.
But I said, don't prune a lot of these. And I was showing what the flowers look like. The flowers that have set the previous year, don't prune those because those are the flowers that will bloom this year. And some trees just chock full of potential flowers.
Okay.
It's probably going to be a good year.
Yeah, it's one of the few plants that too much water is not positive for it. Yeah.
That's the ones that I remember. We get lots of calls from people saying, oh, it looked so great last year, and and we're watering it every day with the irrigation system. And
yes, that's the thing I was just going to get into is people with really nice lawns, and they wonder why their Texas mountain laurels are declining or thinning out.
In mesquite.
And same one, same thing.
So did you get a response on your that log?
No, it was in the back seat. It was in the trunk, and I forgot about it until this morning when I opened up the trunk again. I went, oh, there it is.
Oh dear. Okay. We'll have to wait till next week.
I'll call customer Mark. Whoever you may be, I should call you after the show.
I hope he remembers.
Yeah.
He has a tendency to forget things.
I know. Sometimes he just leaves things behind.
It's written down. And it's attached right to the chunk of wood. I can't forget.
Of course, he's had some penetration.
Yeah. All right. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Let's see. We talked about planting. I guess, is it too late to plant wildflowers by seed if you have a packet that's just sitting there?
Well, I would go ahead and plant it rather than let it go through another year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the mix tends to have early and later on, and sometimes they'll even have gay feather, which is a fall one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So, let's try it.
Just put them in
because we may get those later summer and fall.
And they almost always have Salvia coccinea.
Yeah.
So that's one that will bloom in the shade and bloom through the summer and in the fall again.
Okay. But it's probably too late to plant. We were talking about what was it? You were talking about the verbena, the prairie verbena.
Yeah.
It's too late for that one, huh?
Well,
I think we're getting a picture of something.
That will come back. Yeah,
I know. So
that seed will survive.
Yeah. So verbena is a strong plant, and I think it has multiple seasons.
Okay.
Well, you know, another thing when we were Mark was talking about his inventory. The other thing we still have time to plant are the English peas in the vegetable garden, and also the sweet peas. I know they were doing so well, and the freeze kind of took them all out. So,
will you come on the air with us?
It doesn't matter, but
okay.
I mean, I got a picture.
Okay, cool. Will you grab the microphone, tell us what you got, and then share the pictures with these guys?
Yeah,
You're on the air. What's going on?
Calvin the picture there.
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, you know that guy?
Yeah.
I'm from GVST.
Yeah.
Are you in GVST?
I am.
Good for you. Okay, we'll have to ask you about why you like GVST. Oh, you love it? Cool. All right, well, talk right in the mic so we can hear you.
Now?
Yeah, well, you're on the air.
Oh, hello. I am so grateful that you're here to answer my questions. I have 2 citrus trees. They are in pots, and one has gotten potted up. They have not been outside for the cold weather. They've been in the garage. Both of them are going to bloom, but both of them have this issue: yellow leaves.
Oh.
And so I was wondering what I need to do.
have they got any light in the garage?
Absolutely. I've got grow lights.
Oh, it's not
No,
enough.
that's not
Yeah,
enough.
I would get them out and let them enjoy this. Can you? I mean, are they
they're
heavy?
out now. No,
Oh,
they're heavy.
They're outside
Oh,
now?
good.
I have a diamond gem of a husband, and he helps me drag them out.
Okay. How about what did you fertilize them with? Anything?
Nothing.
Okay.
Aha.
That's what I do it quick because you don't like to fertilize citrus when it's blooming and setting fruit, but yours are kind of draining themselves on the
I might,
nutrients.
rather than Osmocote Plus, I might go with the Miraz, not the Miraz. Yeah,
Miracle Grow?
Miracle Grow.
Miracle Grow.
Then
Yeah.
that's
So
Little
liquid,
liquid.
because
You
of the
have some of that?
container?
I sure do.
Okay.
There's nothing I don't have. My husband thinks I might have a
thought so
waste
much.
dump.
I thought as much.
But
So give it a. You could even give it once a month, or you could go once every 2 weeks for 3 or 4.
well, that's good. Then that's what I'll do.
Okay.
But I also wanted to tell you
Yes?
that I am a member of GVST. That is Gardening Volunteers of South Texas. And we are closely partnered with, among other things, SAWS and the Trinity Aquifer
Aquifer?
Authority. And we promote gardening that is water-wise. And we've got lots of programs. Of course, we're volunteers. And we will support the free classes that SAWS gives, that we give, and that several other organizations give, from which you can get points, and that points leads to up to $150 of coupons from SAWS. And these coupons you can use for anything except for fertilizer and pesticides.
Okay.
Wow.
You know that
You
you're
know the program's pretty
She is
well.
good, isn't
Yeah,
she?
She's good.
Are you an officer in the...
I was at one time.
Okay.
Before Mark talks about his involvement in a lot of the GVST programs, we also are co-sponsor of one of our butterfly and milkweed classes.
Oh, yes.
at
Yes.
That's the Sinkin.
And also, we help you with the potting up of the rodeo tomato.
Yay.
Yay! Here at Millburgers, you have to register for that.
Yes. And there's just 210-497-3760, and there are just a few slots left.
Oh,
I think we
so
had like
limited.
3 slots left. I'm trying to find, I know I'm just missing it, when the next, oh, there it is on the site. Liven up your landscape with SAWS Water Saver Landscape coupons.
Third Monday of the month.
Third Monday of the month is the event.
at the garden center.
Yeah.
And that's just across the street or across the way from the botanical garden. It is free to attend, though we ask for a $5 donation. And we start with a luncheon feast. It goes from 1 to about 2:30. And, of course, you can get your SAWS Water Saver reward point for attending this free meeting. We exchange information on and have a speaker, and we also have a plant sale.
Do we know who the speaker is this next class?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm sorry, I don't.
No, I'm looking it up. Let's see. Is this the
And some great snacks.
No, this is
The members always provide great snacks.
Is this the Gardening Essential class?
Yes.
February 17th.
Yes.
But that's Monday, right?
Yeah, it's the third
It's the third Monday.
It's
Monday.
the third Monday of every month.
Of
Okay.
every month.
And it says Session 1 TBP
Yep.
and Session 2 TBP, which I guess is to
All
be.
right. That means Andrew's working on it.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Thank you so much for the plug. Because we were talking about kind of, it's good to hear somebody that's involved too, like as a member and a volunteer and stuff, because things that you could do in the new year. So joining GVST would be fun. How skilled do you have to be? Grab the mic. I mean, I'm a novice.
I kill them as fast as I buy them
Woohoo!
sometimes.
I like
I'm
you.
so sorry.
That's okay.
But, I love them. And like I said, the husband helps me out. And I got my 2 tomato plants today. And
good
I'm
for you.
styling.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I
Thanks
was
for
going
the
to
plug.
say there's one final thing
Uh-oh,
that
what's the final thing?
GVST is known for.
What?
Every month they produce videos called the
Oh.
Go Gardening videos. And they drop on the first Friday of each month.
So
This coming Friday, there'll be 2 new videos.
Okay.
And so, are you somehow involved with those?
Yeah, it sounds like it. You might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming by.
I'll be talking in one of the videos is Mark's how-to, and we'll be talking about pruning that we usually do at the end of February
Okay.
and demonstrating techniques. Some plants require cutting close to the ground. Some plants you can prune in shape. Some plants you can, like an Esperanza, you can just cut it right down to the ground.
Yeah, have it come.
The GVST is neat because you can select participation by digging in the dirt, or you can be an educator, or you can you don't have to have a lot of skills or backgrounds. It's nice if you have some interest in it, but just lots of room.
Yeah, there's good camaraderie. I know I've seen that before, where everybody knows each other and gets along. And
Of course, water conservation
Yeah,
is an important topic for them.
on your next video,
Yes.
I'm going to make
I'm going to be doing a series of how-tos, but I may have to have some ideas. So
Okay.
What's your idea?
So just to pique interest,
Uh-huh.
as a throwback salute, just a suggestion. I want you to go full Quincy. So you're going to diagnose a plant that's dead.
Okay.
Okay, and I want you to look into the camera as someone says, "Mark, what do you think? Why is it dead?" And I want you to look in the camera and go, "This plant is not dead. It was murdered."
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's kind of the point I was
Dun,
trying
dun.
to go against.
Oh.
A wise mentor of mine once said,
Uh-huh.
"Cutting is not killing.
Okay.
Cutting is not killing." So I repeated that phrase throughout.
Okay. Oh,
Well,
and the
let's-
pruning, but
Yeah.
this could be a whole different show.
Yeah.
And then you spend the whole time. It could be like Law and Order. You
Yeah.
spent the whole time
Could be like I go
solving why it's dead.
And Calvin and I have done this.
Mm-hmm.
People have said, "I don't know. I didn't spray anything,
Ah.
and the plant died." And we go kind of rummaging around through the garage or so. We find like 4 or 5 different pesticides that could have done the job.
Bum bum.
Bum, bum, bum,
Hey,
bum.
as
And
long
Al
as
is
we're,
suggesting Milberger's murder mysteries.
yeah.
Okay.
As long as we've talked a lot about the gardening volunteers of South Texas, and we mentioned the fact that they're co-sponsors of one of our
Right.
butterfly and milkweed class. That class is going to be the one at the Sinkin Eco Center.
Oh, good.
And that'll be on April 19th, 9:30 to 11 a.m. And of course, if you want to register for that, you got a while. You can wait, but it's going to be 210-382-4455.
Okay. 210-382-4455.
And that's on the April 19th. Then there's other classes on April 5, and there's a couple in March 15 and March 22, at different locations, including Milberger's on the 15th, Dream Hill Estates on the 22nd, and Comal County Extension Office on the 5th of April.
All right. we got to take a quick break. If you didn't get those numbers, Al has them back at the station. That's 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. What's going on in your plant world? We want to know and talk to you about it and help you out. Back in a moment on 9:30 a.m., The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Milton Glueck along with Mark Peterson, Dr. Calvin Finch, talking gardening at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. What are some other things that folks might be? It's a pretty day. I mean, you and I both know this.
Well, we haven't mentioned a lot of the shrubs that are in here. All the the hollies and the nandinas, xylosma, lots of different selections.
We'll talk a little bit about the differences and why you like them.
Of course, the hollies are evergreen.
Mm-hmm.
Most of those varieties do not require much pruning. You you can predict how large they're going to get, and their uniform growth, and they're pretty invincible.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, as long you also though have to water them to get them established, and you water the root ball, but they're very, very attractive and easy to use, and they've got some shade tolerance.
Do all of them have the berries? Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask, do all of them have the berries?
Some have the berries.
Some have berries, okay.
I was just thinking of I saw the... I was noticing the nandinas were loaded with berries, the standard nandinas right now. And then also the dwarf yopon.
Right.
The standard yopons had berries.
Yeah. So they're monoecious. That means they have, dioecious. They have a male and female.
Okay.
And so... However, so one of the most popular yopons is called Pride of Houston,
mm-hmm.
and that is a female selection, and so that nearly always has berries on it.
Okay, and y'all have bragged on that one before.
Yeah. So that one. So some of the ones we love, Calvin and I like hollies. That's our number one. There's a whole host of different hollies you can use, and there's new ones all the time. Xylosma is another really good one for
a holly?
privacy hedge.
Or just
no, it's a different species.
Shrub. Okay.
Trace likes wax myrtle.
I grew it years ago, and I didn't have the best of luck with it. The birds like it.
Yeah.
The other one that I do like is viburnums. There's 3 or 4 viburnums. It's very shade tolerant, and also you get the different sizes. You can get the small ones. You can get the very tall, and they make a nice shade. Make a nice low hedge or a tall hedge in the shade, and they have some blooms and berries.
So, what is the Dr. Seuss character? I speak for the trees.
The Lorax.
The Lorax. I speak for Trace.
I speak for the trace.
For the trade.
Okay.
So he also likes dwarf cherry laurel.
Dwarf cherry laurel.
Yeah.
Now that wasn't what you brought the other day. You brought bay laurel.
Yeah. Bay laurel.
Bay leaf.
Okay.
Yeah. These are all ones that are available here.
And what do you like about? Do you like the cherry laurel?
I like the cherry laurel in other parts of town.
Okay.
So, Southtown, King William.
Okay.
Parts that have a lot of soil and it's fairly neutral.
Oh, okay.
Other parts of town, it's going to be more alkaline.
It's in case you can't tell, it's actually that's better in acid soil than or neutral soil. Yeah.
Neutral. We're never going to get acid around this area. We're going to get
no.
Anyway, those are the areas.
Okay.
I really like it.
Hey, I had a question, Mark.
Do you ever mention? You mentioned Houston, right?
Pride of Houston.
Pride of Houston Holly.
Is a Yopon Holly.
Is there a Stephen F. Austin?
There's a Stephen. Nah.
I actually have a degree from
Nellie R. Stevens. Okay.
I actually have a degree from Stephen F. Austin.
And they give you a Holly when you graduate? Okay, I know there was something.
Nellie R. Stevens, yeah,
Stevens.
that's the one. And then there's one that's Foster's.
The Fosters?
Yeah, Foster's. Not like the
Foster's
not
Holly?
like the composer.
Oh.
Can we?
Yeah, go ahead, Calvin.
I had a question. Had a question come up about the fastest growing shade trees, high quality shade trees. That was thrown in there. That's good. And since I've dealt with Mark these last few months, I've didn't just give him the list of the fastest growing. I brought up the fact that it's quite often dependent on the genetics, but also on the quality of the soil it's growing in and the long-term access to water. So I came up with Mexican sycamore, Texas red oak, and Montezuma cypress. What would you have selected, Mark?
So what was the first one? Mexican live oak, Mexican white oak?
No. I didn't say Mexican white oak. I haven't had as much luck with it as you.
Oh,
have.
Mexican sycamore was your
sycamore, Montezuma cypress, and Texas red oak.
So that I would have said also Mexican live oak or Mexican white oak, and Montezuma cypress. And then I might have thrown cedar elm as the fifth one.
I thought about cedar elms too, depending on some places.
It's not as fast, and it's dependent on the place. Yeah.
But it's just like here. These are, and it gets large. It's we don't think about this, but it gets larger than most of those other shade trees we talk about. Even grows more upright than our live oak.
So those are the five. Yes, that's what I want. So Mexican sycamore, Montezuma cypress, Texas red oak, Mexican white oak, and cedar elm.
All right, we're going to go back to the phone calls at 210-308-8867. Javier has a question. Javier, welcome to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. How you doing today?
Doing great. Glad to hear your show.
Thank you, man.
I'm wanting to plant a rosebush hedge with double knockout roses, and I've got 5 bushes that I'm going to put next to each other. And question number 1 is, I want to find out how far apart should I plant them. Next question is, how deep should I plant, or how big should I plant the hole? And what should I line the hole with? Should I put mulch in there? Should I put moss? Should I just put some potting soil? What's the best to put in there? And how often should I water the bushes after I've got them planted? and should I put a what do you call those covers that you put on the ground to prevent weeds from coming up?
Mulch.
They sell the plastic ones, but I don't know if y'all the weed barrier.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Those,
you want to get here?
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot of questions on here.
Jump in. Yeah, good questions.
Yeah, a lot of them. Is it in full sun? The location?
Yeah. Full sun.
Well, I would not use Mark will have some stuff here too, but I would not use that fabric. I would use a mulch, something like even live oak leaves or
be decorative.
Sawdust, basically.
Yeah. I would use pine bark chips.
Yeah.
Would be my choice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I will not say anything more about the landscape cloth because I might get in trouble with the authorities on the the language that I would use for that
okay.
nasty
Yes.
stuff.
Don't say anything.
Yeah.
I think. You mean we get in trouble for that?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but the two main things is just got to correct you on it is one, the depth. The depth is only as deep as the top of the root ball. So you don't dig down.
Yeah, don't go any deeper.
Yeah. Go wider.
In fact, it'll survive well even if it's more shallow, but it won't.
Even if it's high, it would do better.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is you don't add anything.
No.
Just use the regular soil.
That is one of the real advantages to those tough modern roses, is that they can deal with the soil that we have. Now, I guess I wouldn't in a real shallow soil.
Yeah.
You might want to mound if you have to plant it relatively mounded. Then you would add some soil.
Yeah, and what I would add is our classic purple stuff. We call it. We can never remember the bag, but we sell it in a purple bag. It's an acid-based compost.
Okay.
Now, our soil will buffer it almost immediately, but it's nice to have on that. And just a little bit goes a long way.
You're saying put that on top of the root ball?
Yeah. Put that. Well, mixes a little bit into the original soil. Too much is too much. So a little bit of soil, then put that a little bit on top, and then put your. Like I said, I like pine bark. The live oak leaves are also good. You want something that will decompose over time. That'll be slightly acidic.
Okay.
Yeah, and those are that's a wonderful variety of plants.
It's like Calvin mentioned. These newer, what do we call them? Not heritage. What do we call them? I don't know.
Heirloom.
Heirloom. Yeah.
But they're these modern tough roses like the. Help me on that. What he's planting?
The knockouts?
Knockouts.
Knockout, yeah. It's a tough thing. So, no landscape cloth, plant shallow but wide. Oh, spacing.
Oh gosh. I got.
Yeah, what do you have yours?
It's easy. 6 feet is not. 8 feet is what I would recommend, but
so in other words, most people plant the knockouts too close together. You had, would you say you had 5?
Yeah, I've got 5 of them.
Yeah, so
you could cover.
The bed I'm putting them in is about 20 foot wide, 20 feet wide.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so that's good. 4 foot apart. I would have preferred 6, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, nobody will sneak through them.
Yeah,
when they're 4 foot apart.
So that's a common mistake. Is a lot of people plant plants closer together for that immediate effect.
Does it hurt them?
Yeah, it's better to plant them wider apart.
Okay, it does hurt them when you plant them too close.
Well, no, you just don't get the full effect. You know, it's a detriment to their full potential and full growth.
Gotcha.
So you are reducing the growth.
Yeah, just think about when you see that variety in a commercial setting, how large it is and how good it looks when it's got that natural shape and full of blooms a little later this spring. Yeah, so if you can give it a little more space. Yeah. You're going to really take, like Mark mentioned, you'll take advantage of its natural beauty.
Is now a good time to plant?
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. And watering, twice, 3 times a week, is that good enough?
Yeah, especially when you plant it, it is, and they're tough. So once they're established, I wouldn't hesitate to do it, but once a week.
Well, after they're established, but I like 3. 3 times a week, particularly for that first month, and then twice a week, then once a week. My infamous 3-2-1.
Yeah, I've had them in the pots for about 8 or 9 months. I didn't plant them in the summer because I know that's not a good time to plant. And so I figured I'd wait till the early, late winter, early spring, which is where we're almost at.
Yeah, pull them out of the containers and see if the roots have not wrapped around.
Yeah.
I mean, you may have to slice one side or two sides.
Okay.
Oh, good point.
You doing
All
okay?
right. Well,
Thanks,
I think we
Javier.
covered all the issues.
Good.
Thank you very much.
You bet, man. And we
Good
got to take a
question,
break.
good question.
Yeah, it is a good. They're great plants. Art, hang on. We're going to take a quick break, and then you are up right after the break on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. Art has called us at 210-308-8867. Hi there, Art. Thanks for waiting. What's going on? How can we help you today?
Yes, I have a Gold Star Esperanza, and it's been doing good in my yard. It's over 6 feet tall. How do I get the seed pods and make more of them and put in my landscape?
How do you get them what?
How do you get the seed pods to grow? Now, you do have Gold Star Esperanza, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Unfortunately, that's sterile.
Oh, the seeds are sterile?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they were green, and they just turned brown. It's still green right now.
Are you sure, Mark?
I'm not sure.
I
would
it up.
say that a selected variety, selection, Gold Star may be a selection and it may not be a hybrid.
Okay.
So I'm correcting myself on the air.
Okay. I think you can go ahead and plant the seeds. You don't have a greenhouse, do you?
No.
You go ahead
Google
and plant the
disagrees with
seeds
you.
in if you got any containers, 1 gallon containers with some potting soil in it,
Yes.
you can go ahead and plant those seeds, and then we'll do some more talking about it. And but I remember, from what I remember, is that it does they do regrow.
Correct.
It just takes a couple seasons to get them back into into size where you're making an impression.
Well, our crack IT team is
Yeah,
on
I
this.
did look on. I did ask Google.
Does it have a TM behind it? Gold Star
No.
Esperanza
It says,
TM?
it says the seeds from Gold Star Esperanza plants are not sterile,
Okay.
and they will grow into new Esperanza plants. However, the seedlings will not be the same variety as the parent.
Okay. So it's a selection. That's why
Is that right?
I wanted to make sure. Originally, I thought it was a hybrid. It's not. It's a selection.
Well, it's technically true, but I think the characteristics are pretty close.
It says you can harvest the seed from the pods once they lose their green color. Sow the seeds in containers of moist but well-drained, light, loose soil. And
The characteristic of the Gold Star is that it blooms at a very young age and very early in the season, so that you may have a 3-gallon plant and it's blooming in June, which is totally different from the native one, which blooms in September.
Now, I predict it won't be consistent with the characteristics. I predict it won't be blooming in that
Early.
first year. Yeah, in that June. Well, maybe by the late summer it may be, but
So that's
but it's worth fun. Fun.
Bottom line, try it.
yeah,
Just collect the seeds and dry them out, pop them open, or they may pop open on their own, and then grow them in a light mixture.
Yeah, keep
well-drained soil.
pick them when they're full size and starting to show a little color. Otherwise, they will pop open, and you will.
So I think
have trouble
right
finding
now is a good time to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
all righty.
Yeah.
Let us know, Art, how it
Yeah,
turns
Art,
out.
will you tell us what goes on?
Yeah.
It's been a while
Sure,
since
sure,
we've
yeah.
done it.
I just wondering because it's dying out already. It's
Right.
dying.
Right.
It still has-
It's time in this video, this GVST video that's going to be dropping. I show how I just cut the Esperanza down to 6 inches. And
Right,
some people
right.
think it's horrifying, but I'm going, yeah, that's okay. Just do that.
Yeah, but please tell us, okay? And tell us kind of write down your procedures, or at least remember them, so that you can kind of share them with our audience too, okay?
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Good. Go get them, Art.
All right, thanks.
You got this, man. We got
Bye,
this.
Art.
All right, 210-308-8867. Well, he took his homework assignment seriously, and Albert from the Men's Garden Club is going to talk to us about the topic coming up for this month for the Men's Garden Club. Albert, how are you?
You mean our new president?
The new president.
Hello, Albert.
Yeah, I'm doing well. We were able to go ahead and get one of the Fanix brothers, Mark, to go ahead and speak for us for this February. And he's going to go ahead and speak on trees for the landscape. So that'll be this Thursday at the Garden
Mark who?
Center.
Mark Fanick.
Mark Fanick.
Mark
No,
Fanick.
not our Mark.
Huh?
Fanick.
Oh.
No, not Mark Peterson, but Mark Fanick.
Yeah, that's okay.
But no, Mark Peterson's the expert, but at the last minute we were able to go ahead and...
Mark Fanick is pretty expert.
Yeah. Well, talk. Okay, so what's the topic again on trees? Is that right?
Trees for the landscape.
Trees for the landscape, and so
It's at 6:30 this Thursday.
Thank
Social
you.
hour starts at 6:30. 7 o'clock is a meeting.
And where is it held now?
At the San Antonio Garden Center.
At the Garden Center, on the corner of Funston and
Mm-hmm.
New Braunfels.
okay.
Yeah.
Do I need a reservation or anything, or just
No.
show up and have a good time? I knew the answer.
Yep.
And
You
you
can
can
bring a
kind of, it'd be a good time to explore a membership if you were
Yep.
looking.
Yep.
A lot of exciting things go on there at the. Are you going to have a plant exchange and all too?
Yes, we always have plant exchange, and people always bring in plants that they want to share with anybody. And we're going to bring a lot of plants that are unusual that we like to share with our members and the new guests. And so we also have gift prizes that some of our nursery people give us to give away. So it's a whole lot of fun.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, cool. And how much is this cost? How much would I expect to pay?
I think membership is $20 per year.
Oh no, that's good. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's a real value. But no, just to come this Thursday.
Oh, free! It's free.
There you go. I was setting you up, Albert.
Well, yeah, we're laughing over here. We're smiling on the other.
Well, is there some kind of snacks or something too?
Oh, there's always some delicious food that some of our local members make, and we have plenty of desserts, and so
Yeah.
a lot of good food. So if you miss out on dinner, there's dinner there for you.
Woohoo!
Emphasis on the desserts. That's why I come.
Oh, that's why Mark Peterson goes for the dessert. Yeah.
Oh, I do too. Dessert first, and then dinner later.
Yeah. Mark is going to speak next month on treats for your house.
No,
Treats for your yard.
No, it's fruit trees. Fruit trees.
Fruit treats. Oh, no, trees? Okay. Oh, are you in March? Yeah. Oh, Mark's in March. Okay.
2 marks in a row.
Woohoo! Is that legal?
Yeah.
Can you do that? I guess so.
Yep.
All right. Well, cool. I'm so glad you called. All
Well,
right.
you're welcome.
And if folks want more information, I bet there's a website they can go to.
There is, but I don't got it.
Okay. Then it will be Men's
Oh,
Garden
hold on.
Club of SA.org.
Yes. Sorry about it. Men's Garden
That's okay.
Club of SA.org.
All right. And that'll show you everything. Plus, you get the newsletter on there. You can find out about membership. We have a picnic in June. Woohoo! I didn't know about that.
Yes.
The annual banquet
Yeah.
is early December, Mark.
I'm glad you brought up
you be
I'm
there?
planning on being there this
Yeah.
year.
Or Calvin will be there and give Mark excuses as to why he's not there.
That's always fun, too.
It is
always
kind of fun, too.
I'm
yeah.
glad you brought up the newsletter because that's one of the features of being a member of Men's Garden Club. You get access to that newsletter. Mark and I both write
Well,
for
no,
it
it's
quite
mostly
often.
Calvin.
Yeah.
It's mostly Calvin. He has a section every month.
And
All
plus,
righty.
Yeah, it's a great newsletter.
So this Thursday, starting at 6:30, lasts until...
Oh, until I say about 8:30.
Oh, good. Okay. So food, camaraderie, information, plants exchange, win prizes. Sounds like a good event.
Plus, you meet new people, and
There you go.
you get your answers questions. You get pick up new plants, and who knows, if you like it, you could become a member.
There you go. Nice job on that. Good job, Albert. Okay. Well, we want to report afterwards.
All right, sure.
Poor Albert
I'll
is
call
like,
you
oh,
on next
come on,
weekend."
man. I called you already. All right. We'll talk to you soon, man.
Thanks, Albert.
Thank you,
All
Albert.
right, thank you.
All right.
See you at the meeting.
Bye-bye. Yep.
Bye-bye.
210-308-8867. Yep. Baking treats with fruit. Mark Peterson will be teaching that. No, I'm sorry, Mark. That's not funny. You'll be talking about fruit trees?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
If John remembers, the director.
Oh, okay.
Or, I mean, the person in charge of.
And again, that website, Men's Garden Club of SA.org.
It's
Speakers.
John up yellow. Yeah, speakers. In charge of getting
Yeah.
speakers.
All right. Got about 5 minutes left. What else should we make sure that we're talking about?
Well,
Let's see. What do we got? We've still got, on your Snapdragons. Your Snapdragons took it on the chin with the freezes, but they actually didn't get forever taken on the chin. The blooms got knocked off, but the foliage, it's a little wrinkled, but it's going to perk up. In 3 or 4 weeks, it'll start blooming again, and then the best time of the year for the blooms will be after that period.
I always assume that snapdragons will have a little downtime. So I always tell people, don't worry about the snapdragons. They'll come back. Just kind of assume every year there'll be a
Well, and you also assume that the stocks do, but this year they didn't.
Yeah.
Stocks look pretty good this year. They made it. I guess we were right on the edge in terms of the cold. And
But they looked pretty good right beforehand, so I think they were...
calendulas did fine, too. Now, our pentas didn't. The pentas bit the dust.
Mm-hmm.
And our primulas were not, in most cases, the primulas weren't hurt a bit. Cyclamens were if you didn't give them a little cover, but if you put one layer of insulate on them, they made it through. Or don't be too quick to say the cyclamens are done for. If they've still got the buds underneath that layer of leaves, they'll come back. But if those buds got frozen just like the top, then unless you want to put them in the house, you're not going to get more blooms.
A lot of this is in your article yesterday.
Yes.
So if you want to read further, read that article.
Where could I find that article, Mark?
I always.
Yeah, I know you have it, but it's in the Express News. Saturdays.
Yeah. On their website too.
Yeah, on the website mysa.com. So, yepper.
So this is a good time of the year to add compost to your yard and to the lawns and to the beds. And neither one is real finicky with the amount, but you can always add more compost to the bed. And always remember, adding organic matter now will save you water later.
Okay.
It's a good little piece.
And
of
if you got, we've heard a number of gardeners complain about compacted soil, and that aeration is one of the best ways to address that too. Yeah, because you're digging that. The machine cuts out that little plug and puts it on the top of the ground, and then if you put that organic material on there, the compost on there, it filters down into there, and it's an amazing. It does both things. It makes it better drained, and it also makes it more capable of holding water. It's hard to believe that it can do both of those, but it does.
And did you want me to come by and do some aeration on your lawn?
It's still the holes are still there.
Are they still there
from years ago when you did it?
How's the irrigation system doing? Or was it that, or was it electricity for lighting? I can't remember.
Electricity
what was it?
for lighting.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing. Those holes are on this diagonal. It wasn't rectangular with the yard.
Poor Calvin. Although
I was a little worried about Milton making
making contact with the electricity.
Yeah, and living or was it? I guess there was not a debate between which was more important, my lighting
Not sure.
electricity or Milton surviving.
Yeah, I think for a while there with you it was a toss-up. Okay, listen, we've run out of time. Thanks to the guys, Mark and Calvin, for coming in, being a part of the show. And obviously, we're going to be here every weekend, and we're here at Millburgers at 1604 on Boulevardy Road. Next Saturday is going to be gorgeous. You come by and visit with us. Thanks to Al for doing a great job.
Go to the website if you want to find one of the classes.
Yeah, hurry up and register for that. 210-497-3760. Thanks to Al. We'll see you next week. I'm Milton Glueck. This is 9:30 a.m. The Answer.